Hello everybody, my name is Sam, but many of you will know me as Bursangjun from the subreddit, and I'm actually going to show off a process today, and it's the process I go through whenever I want to digitize one of the characters from Vahn. So those of you who know Vahn know it has a logographic script with a potentially ungodly number of characters. Because of this, whenever I need a character, I just make it as I go along, I digitize it as I go along, rather than building up a font library all at once. The character I need to build up now is Rilya, which, it's the verb to die in the resultant conjugation. So it's to die resulting in something. Now when the character is written, it looks like this. Rilya. Okay, that's sort of roughly what it looks like. That was very messy. If I do it neater, I'll go in a bit smaller. So we say overline, base, stroke down the middle, ooh, and then finally, yeah. So, all characters I work on, I use this SVG base for over here. I wish I was an easy way of me making the size of the font larger here. I wonder if that's possible anywhere. I don't think it is. Well, I mean it is. Let me just do this. This might be a little bit cheaty, but why not? We're using a web development tool to do this anyway, so... and then... Okay, where is the text being defined? Here? Here. Here. Oh, whatever. Let's just... Font size. Okay, we just doubled it. The joys of knowing how to use web dev tools. Okay, so what are we going to do? So we've got this basic SVG that I set up. SVGs are scaling vector graphics, which means I can make them as large as I want. So 130 by 130 with a stroke width of 9 is the basic setup I use for characters in Vahn. But this character is actually slightly extended. I'm going to worry about that extension when I get to it. The reason for that is because it has ya, which in Vahn terms is a semi-bound morpheme, which means it extends the character, rather than keeping it all within one nice square. But what we can do is work with the basic character for now. So the first thing I have to do is the top line, what turns it from being gilya to live resulting in, to rilya to die resulting in. And to do that, I need to go 1, 2, 5, 5. That will give me the top line. And then I need to round the corners, which means I need to go back to 5, 5, and then back to 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5 to round the corners. And there we go, round the corners. Okay, now I need to do the main box. Now, I actually have some established ways of doing this. Yep, so let me just go calculator. I need to do 125 minus 111. So I use 14 pixel margin, which means I need to say 5 plus 14 to bring it to 19. But yeah, so this means that what I need to know is that my second character has to start at a height of 19. So we say 519 to 12519. Now we aren't going all the way to the bottom because we have oo. So I'm actually going to scratch this. I'm going to add oo in first because oo will be a slightly easier character to add. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say at the bottom from 5125 to 125 125 to 5125 to 125, and that's going to give me this bottom line, which is one of the components of oo. But then I need another one of these, just slightly upset, and that's going to have to be at 111, which is the number I just checked as the offset amount that I use for baseline characters. And re-render, there we go. So that's that basic framework. Now I get to draw the rill, which I'm actually going to need to pull up my calculator for again. So I determined that it was... So I need to go to 97 is going to be my bottom. So I'm going to have a bottom point of... Let's just delete this all for now. A bottom point of 97. I'm just going to make some notes. What's that note? Okay, that notepad is my spec. Let's just grab a new one, and we're going to say our bottom line is 97. Our top line is going to need to be wherever we were after that, so 5 plus 14, so that's going to be 19. So TL is 19. I'm actually just going to... You just saw the boilerplate I copy over. Okay. So we're going to need to start at, therefore, 519, go to 12519, go down to, that should give us our top line here, yep, with the right amount of padding. Go down to 125, whatever I decided it was, 97. That should give us the right amount of padding at the bottom, and it looks like it does. Then we need to go to 597, back up to 519, and then back across to 12519 just to round out the last corner. There we go. Okay, I'm then actually going to loop back across to 519 and then go down across the diagonal for the final bit there, which should bring it down to 12597. And this should turn it into the... So this says rel. Now we want to add the ya, which means I need to extend the character. How much by is the question. So the extended character is going to need to be 2 strokes on the right hand side. Each stroke has a stroke width of 9 and some padding. So let's just start by giving ourselves how much padding? So I've got 5 pixels of padding. So I'm going to need 5 plus the first stroke, plus the second stroke, plus the after padding, but there's already internal padding on this, so I just need that, and that gives me 23 more pixels. So XY, XY, so this needs to come up to 153 as our view box, which redraws the character again. Okay, and slightly downscales the thing, I think. Yep, because the height is specified. Oh no, because the height is specified, not the width. It won't change anything yet. Okay, and we're going to need 2 more polylines, and they're both fairly simple. So we're going to take our outer edge, which is this line here. Oh no, let's just take it from our new point to 135. 135 down to 125, 135. How does that look? No, wait, wrong way round. 135, 5 down to 135, 125. That should give us our first stroke at the edge. Not enough padding. Okay, let's bring it up to 140 then. I want to get that 5 units padding proper. Does 140 look right? 140 does look about right. Okay, now 5 isn't going to be right because the stroke width is 9, which means half of that is 4.5, which means that this actually needs to come up to 2. And go down to 138, and this way when we round the corners by going 142, 140, 128, these should line up fairly nicely. Rounded corners, anyone? Hello? Rounded corners? Okay, I guess I made them too high. Let's bring you back down to 5. I wouldn't have thought that you would be correct at 5, but maybe I'm overthinking things. I'm definitely overthinking things. Those are in line, aren't they? Oh god, that's the wrong way to increase the font size, Sam. What you actually need to do is just bring this back up to like 400. Yeah, those are at the right height. Okay, and we need to add the up next bar. Is that padding correct? That padding looks like a pixel too wide to me. What's this like at 139? I think that's going to be better. Bring the whole thing to 139 instead of 140. Does that make sense? Yeah, because I'm adding 14, so like 125 plus 14 is 139. So that's actually the correct number, and then 139 plus 14 brings me to 153 for the next one. So this should be as easy as saying 153, 153, 153, 153. Redraw. Okay, and our character has gone over. Yes, because 153 is our origin here, not our terminator. So we need to get up to 156. 157. I'm just going to bring it up manually until I hit the right size. 158. Let's just check that. 157 is too little. Yep, so 158. Does that make sense? Yes, because if I go 158 minus my final one here, which is 153, that gives us the width of 5, and as we know, 5 is what we've been using as our padding width. Now we actually want to add another 5 onto this, so that we have No, that's already with the 5 added, because otherwise that would be 153, and that's going to be exactly halfway down the that's going to be exactly at the wrong point. Yeah, it's halfway down the character. We add the padding to make the stroke. Yes, yes, okay. So that there at 158 is the correct length. So this here is how it would look rendered out. This is the correct size. So what I do is I grab now all of the SVG code, which is all of this. I go to my library of ones. There's more, they're just not in this new library I've started building up. And we create it as it is called, aurelia.svg. Now, yeah, in theory I would move into a separate one, but for now let's just have aurelia.svg, because yeah is a repeatable thing, because it stays completely separate. But for now, for the sake of demonstration, let us just... I'm in the PNG folder. I'm going to be with my SVGs. Okay, we want to edit it with text editor. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got this copied again. Okay. Okay, so now we have Aurelia done. So now we have to go to a editor. Here you can see the character Jangi that I was working on. We bring this in. File, export bitmap. It's automatically scaled everything for me. We just have to double check, set the location, and change this to say, oh yeah, export, and done. That's it. That's the character done. That is how I make characters in Vahn. We now have this very nice Aurelia image that can be, you know, dumped in a text document or chained together on a web page just to give you sort of characters as you would. So yeah,